Two top 10 teams in the preseason power rankings have a combined one win between them. The unfortunate part of the night is that one will lose again. Who will breathe a sigh of relief? The Denver Avengers or the Tennessee Ramblers? Doug Folk has only played 3 games, but he's already battered and bruised from 20 sacks. Will the Minnesota quarterback find footing against the Houston Herd, who have 2 losses by a combined 4 points? And New Orleans' pass game is the least efficient in the UFL through 3 weeks. They're hoping to change that tonight against a Stags team that has been bit by the turnover bug. All that and more will be decided tonight, right here in the virtual zone. Week 4 rolls on next. Sit back and enjoy the glory as of 3 times the football as 90 minutes of UFL action starts now. I am UFL co-founder Cameron Irvine. We have kicked off in Tennessee, we have kicked off in Houston, and we are kicking off in Louisiana right now as the UFL is underway here tonight on this beautiful Friday across the country. Your poll question tonight, which is now closing as I have unpinned the message, is who will score first tonight. So we're looking to see who that might be this evening. Minnesota and Houston are both 1-2. Milwaukee and New Orleans are both 1-2. Denver is 1-2, and Tennessee is 0-3. So we got a bunch of teams that really want to get a victory here tonight. And Nate Hall's got a 13-yard completion to Rene Leon for the first down. The face mask on Houston, so it looks like Minnesota's going to cross the 50 on their opening possession. Deep shot from Nate Hall. That's incomplete as Adam Wiseman goes to work. He's got his first completion for 11 yards and a Milwaukee first down. Denver's in their silver helmets, white jerseys, black pants tonight. Houston's in their, Tennessee's in their navy with the pewter helmets. As Adam Wiseman hits a receiver over the middle across the 50-yard line. Houston's in their black, orange, black. Minnesota in their gold, white, gold. Milwaukee, red, white, red tonight. And the maroon tops for New Orleans with that bright red accent, white helmets and white pants. As we get going. Little jet sweep there for Minnesota. And Milwaukee's got a run to McLongfellow. Picks up 7 to set up a second down and 3. Donnie Allegheny, as I was told after our last game night broadcast. Hopefully I got that pronunciation correct tonight. Got that jet sweep for Minnesota, 3rd down and 1. Adam Wiseman for Milwaukee. Fires, intercepted! New Orleans back the other way. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Claus, and Ronnie Shanahan has won the attribute freeze. Adam Wiseman, 6 picks in his first 3 games, threw it right to him. And what a start for New Orleans tonight. Denver has to punt. And the New Orleans Claws get an interception from Livingston for our first points of the night here on game night, as Minnesota and Denver both had to punt on their opening possessions. Extra point is good for the Claws. It's now 7-0, and let's go to Tennessee for their opening drive. They hand it off to Rocket Davis, and Tennessee's big adjustment this week was to try and get the ground game more active in the offense as Houston runs a little jet toss. But Tennessee has had a good run game, but they really have not made it a priority in their offense, and a 5-yard gain starts for Rocket Davis. All 6 of these teams lost last week and have made some adjustments heading into this evening's contest, as Ryan Davis's pass is overthrown on 2nd down and 8. Minnesota jumps offside. New Orleans wanted to take advantage of their speed offensively by getting the short passing game going for the Claws. They're the least efficient passing game in the UFL through 3 weeks, so they're trying to improve on that today. Houston's trying to attack the run game with the linebackers. Nice run there by DJ Simeon for a pickup of 8 yards. Ryan Davis, pass complete for the first time tonight. That's Action Jackson moving the sticks for Tennessee. Ramblers trying to get that run game going. Denver this week wanted to develop some more short and medium routes into that passing attack. Too many deep shots too often for that Avengers pass offense, as Milwaukee's trying to get things going again on their second offensive possession. DJ Simeon up to the 35. But check that, that's Millsap with a pickup of 9. So both backs in Houston are putting in work on the ground here early on. Ronnie Shanahan, you can send me a DM to let me know which attribute you would like frozen from being dropped for the rest of the season. And we'll get that put on our ratings sheet. Another run here for Tennessee, picks up a couple of yards. The Ramblers, the only 0-3 team in action tonight, trying to avoid becoming the first UFL team to fall to 0-4. Houston back to the ground game. Got a couple. Ryan Davis is going to scramble for Tennessee. He's got the first down on 3rd down and 4 on his first pickup. Jack Toulouse with that tackle for New Orleans. Has Milwaukee for the second straight possession here in the quarter. Has crossed the 50-yard line, as that pass is caught by Mike Churchill, who had 3 touchdowns in his debut last week. Wiseman is 5 of 6 with that pick. Ronnie Shanahan going long and tall, just over the outstretched arms of the defense to the Minnesota 26-yard line. That pass was caught by unclaimed tight end Dre McCorkle, who was quiet last week, but had a big game a couple of weeks ago. Shanahan, a drop in the bucket, lower left-hand corner, right in front of that beautiful Houston Herd logo. Rocket Davis gets his 3rd carry in the first 4 minutes of this game as Tennessee tries to establish their run game more tonight. The poor Milwaukee Stags, I don't know what the miscommunication is, but actually did not vote on any game plan adjustments this week. Did vote on some progression, so Milwaukee rolling the dice just a little bit here. Houston has crossed into the red zone, and Milwaukee is just outside the red zone. The handoff goes to McLongfellow, and he gets down to the 15-yard line. He's up to 14 yards. So we have 2 teams at the bottom of your screen in the red zone right now. No offensive points so far, but Tennessee has the ball to the Denver 33-yard line. Ronnie Shanahan with a play fake, fires over the middle, and a diving touchdown is good for Houston. Pass hauled in by unclaimed wide receiver Lucas Ryan, and Ronnie Shanahan's got an attribute freeze and a touchdown pass. Here in the early goings of game night tonight, Houston takes a 6-0 lead.
Ready? 60 or. Pick me up. Here we go.
Tennessee, play fake from Ryan Davis. He'll fire down the middle of the field. There is a penalty marker down. Let's go to New Orleans, where Milwaukee has a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Adam Wiseman drops to throw. He will fire into the end zone, and that is a Milwaukee touchdown. What a response from Adam Wiseman and this passing attack of Milwaukee. That is Fergus Henderson, otherwise known as Scorch, with the touchdown. Henderson had just 2 catches, 20 yards in his debut last week, but gets his first career touchdown right there, and an extra point will tie that game. So Milwaukee throws a pick 6 on their opening possession, as Tennessee is now in the red zone all the way down to the 2-yard line. And then Adam Wiseman responds for Milwaukee, an 8-play, 71-yard drive, and we're all knotted up at 7 before we even have seen the New Orleans offense today. Wiseman on that drive, 5 for 5 for 58 yards. Now Tennessee's got a 1st down and goal at the 2-yard line. Ryan Davis will drop the throw. He'll fire back in the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Max Capone with the score, and the Ramblers on the board first tonight in Tennessee. Max Capone this season, 11 catches, 161 yards and a score. That's his second. He leads the team in receiving touchdowns now with 2. Doug Falk goes back to work for Minnesota, and that pass is hauled in 2 for 2 for 25 yards. And that, once again, is Donnie Allegheny. Whisker LaFouche coming out there for the New Orleans Claws. Doug Falk getting Minnesota's passing game moving up to the 46-yard line. Let's go to New Orleans, where everybody is out of the red zone. Whisker LaFouche's first pass is caught for a gain of 6 yards. Six-car pileup for Minnesota as they were trying to get that first down there. There was Antonio Ross on the carry. You know, Minnesota also maybe trying to get their fullback a little bit more involved in their offense. Actually, the second highest rated fullback, that's unclaimed Aaron Brooks. We'll see if there's any situations in which they would call on Brooks tonight. A 3rd down and 2 coming up for New Orleans' offense on their opening possession.
30 base.
3rd and 1 for Minnesota. Doug Falk goes play action, fires down the field. That is complete. Falk is off to a 4 for 4 for 43-yard start for Minnesota. That's his son Tyler on the catch. Denver gets the ball past midfield. What a beautiful pass from Nate Hall to unclaimed tight end Dylan Garday. Right over the shoulder for a nice reception. That was a tight window as well. He was being blanketed by Dexter Jackson of Tennessee. Minnesota's got a first down past the 50 as Dalton Brown tried to get more than he did. Picks up a couple. Whisker LaFouche over the middle again. He is off to a 3 for 3 start for 18 yards. And now let's go to Houston with our audio here as Minnesota has crossed the 40. Doug Falk straight back, blitz picked up. Falk still looking for someone to get open. Now he tries to get away, and Falk is sacked. The line gave him an opportunity, but Houston, who only had 7 sacks in their first 3 games, able to get Doug Falk on the ground on that beautiful Herd logo at the midfield marker. New Orleans and Milwaukee, the 2 teams in the league that rock the throwback helmet logo at the 50. There goes Rob Noel, top of your screen. Rob Noel breaks a tackle and scores. Touchdown, Denver. Rob Noel, 222 yards and no touchdowns in his first 3 games. Picks up his first touchdown of the season, and he got a double block from unclaimed wide receiver Patrick Anderson. Gets 1 block there and another block there. Excellent run blocking from Patrick Anderson, and Denver responds to Tennessee's touchdown with a touchdown of their own. The extra point is good, and we're all tied at 7 in Tennessee. We're all tied at 7 in New Orleans. And right now, Minnesota has moved the football, I believe, into the red zone here. Let's see what we got. Yes, sir, we are in the red zone in Houston. Minnesota trying to make this 3 for 3 on 7-7 ball games. That's Whisker LaFouche's first incompletion as he sailed that one, trying to hit a receiver near the end zone. Sidearm toss. That would have been a tight squeeze, but he did have unclaimed wide receiver 1, Michael Osbury. 2nd down and 10. Hand off to Dalton Brown. He's got 18 yards on his first 5 carries. But it'll set up a 3rd down and 8 for Minnesota, the lone team that has not scored so far tonight.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
3rd and 8, Doug Fulks going empty. Back to throw, fires into the end zone. What a catch, Tyler Fulk! Are you kidding me? Lower left-hand corner, watch this catch. Unbelievable. He reaches around the defender who's got his back turned and scoops it up and is able to get the feet in, I believe. Not even a review. Touchdown Minnesota, and all 6 teams have scored touchdowns here in the first quarter, and all 3 games are tied at 7. As Adam Wiseman is dropped by New Orleans pressure. Second and 18 for Milwaukee, deep in their own territory. Wiseman goes play action all day to throw. He's going to launch that one down the sideline, and it's incomplete. Meanwhile, our audio is in Tennessee as the Ramblers are at their own 42-yard line, closest to scoring position. This is the first time this season on game night that we've had all 3 games tied at 7. Wiseman's got to get rid of it, and Wiseman goes down at the 1-yard line, and there goes Tennessee! Touchdown, Max Capone! Over everybody, Max Capone has 2 touchdowns for the Ramblers on a play action. Denver bites, and Ryan Davis throws a perfect pass down the field. Max Capone now with 3 receiving touchdowns for Tennessee this season. And the Ramblers look recharged on offense, as do the Avengers here in the first quarter in Tennessee. Extra point is good, 14-7. Ramblers. Now let's go to New Orleans, who has the football on the Milwaukee 47-yard line. Ray Chapatulis, though, is bottled up. 2 carries, no yards, and look at that. Both the games at the bottom of the screen simultaneously end their first quarters of play. 2 minutes still left in Tennessee.
Let's go. 15,
We're sticking with New Orleans here. 2nd and 13 at their own 49-yard line. They hand it off to their fullback. Tried to catch Milwaukee off guard. Didn't work. Picked up a couple. 3rd down and 14 for New Orleans coming up. That's D.R. Simeon with his first catch of the night for 19 yards.
But, gotta get the point. Get on the point right here.
Wiska-Lafouche back to pass for New Orleans on a 3rd down and 14. Look at the time. Takes a check down. And Milwaukee will get a defensive stop there. So far, so good for Wiska-Lafouche. 6 for 7. That's Cameron Bailey's first catch. Unclaimed wide receiver 2 on the claws. Ronnie Shanahan for Houston's got all day to throw. Fires deep down the field. It's caught at the Minnesota 23-yard line. Making a sandwich back there. That's D.R. Simeon again with his 2nd catch. This one goes for 26. New Orleans has to punt, so our next play is going to be in Tennessee. Scores from yesterday, if you missed them: Montana kicked, 6 field goals yesterday in a 26-23 victory. Rochester became the first team to get to 4-0. They smothered Washington in the first half and never looked back, 34-14. LA was beating Cincinnati 19-0 at the half. They gave up 22 straight in the second half, and Cincinnati remains unbeaten. And finally, last night, San Diego was down 14-13 in the fourth. They scored 15 unanswered and won their 3rd game in a row. Houston is in the red zone. Milwaukee's got the football back. Not much going there on the ground. Nate Hall over the middle of the field. That is caught. He's 4 for 7 for 58 yards and a first down for Denver. SU frets. Love this league. Football never ends. You got it. That's our mission.
Here we go, D.
End of the first quarter in Denver. Let's now take our audio to, for Denver, I should say. Let's take our audio to Houston. 3rd down and 1. As they hand it off to DJ Simeon, and he'll push the pile with help from his friends to the 9-yard line. Rob Noel back to work on the ground for Denver. 6 carries for 64 yards and a touchdown here in the first half. It's Dexter Jackson on the tackle, his second. Hand off on a delay. Rob Noel got a great block. Denver running the football really well tonight. 7 for 75 for Noel. That's another Avengers first down. Nice little patient play there from Nate Hall. 2nd and goal at the 9 for Houston. Milwaukee's across the 50 and Denver is across the 50. Toss to DJ Simeon into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Houston Herd strike back. Rob Noel breaking away again. Rob Noel, touchdown Denver. He's got 2 in the first half. Noel on a little shotgun sweep around the end. There was nobody there. We're an extra point away from being tied up at 14 in Tennessee. Houston retakes the lead 14-7, still 7-7 in New Orleans, but Milwaukee is driving on the Claws 30-yard line. Extra point for Denver is good. (14-14). It's an exciting start in Tennessee. And let's go to New Orleans with our sound here, because inside the 20, down to the 4-yard line is Milwaukee's tailback. That's Rocco McLongfellow catching a screen pass. And that one goes for about 22 yards, all the way down to the 4-yard line. Look at the blocking down the field from Milwaukee. Doug Falk back to throw for Minnesota. He's got another completion. Falk is 7 for 7 for 103 yards and a touchdown. Red zone time for the Stags, trying to become the 4th team tonight to get to 14 points. Handoff. Not enough. 2nd and goal at the 4, no gain for Tigner. Falk again, all kinds of time, and that pass was nearly caught after a Houston deflection. 2nd down and 10. This is Wiseman now from the 4, throwing touchdown near pylon. That is Fergus Henderson, his 2nd touchdown of the night for Milwaukee. So Fergus Henderson and Max Capone each have 2 touchdowns in the opening half here on game night. Houston just collected their 3rd sack of the game. Doug Falk, another play fake. And look, the blocks were picked up that time, but Falk tries to get away, and Houston had a spy on him. One of the problems for Minnesota is that the running backs have not been picking up blitzes. But that wasn't the issue there, as Minnesota is forced into a 3rd down and 11. That's where we'll go with our audio now, as Milwaukee has scored 14 unanswered in New Orleans. Doug Falk deep down the field, and he just totally airmailed it. Meanwhile, Rocket Davis with another carry, 32 yards on his first 8 carries as Tennessee tries to hammer home the run game. Both run games in that Denver-Tennessee matchup have been putting in work. Second down and inches for the Ramblers. Davis will throw short. That is caught and breaking a tackle at midfield. Houston's going to get the football back after Minnesota's drive comes up empty. 169 to 42 in total yards in favor of the Stags. Up 7. Whisker Lafouche zipping it down the field. That pass is caught. 7 of 8 for 50 yards for Lafouche to start tonight. Simeon bottled up. 8 minutes left in the first half, and Rocket Davis has another Tennessee first down. 9 carries for 44 yards for the Ramblin' running back.
Here we go.
In the first 3 games, Rocket Davis had just 32 attempts, or an average of about 11 per game. He has 9 carries in the first half. Delay of game on Houston's going to push him back. Ryan Davis fires over the middle, complete. Near a first down for Tennessee, but it'll bring up second down and 2. Nathan Hall, Jesse Fritz, Damon Simeon think outside the box.
Ready.
One Mississippi, Neil Rivers, Ronnie Shanahan, Pseudo Nakai, Kane Vasquez, Colin Northrup, all in our chat and many more. Whisker Lafouche takes the ball up to the 20-yard line of Milwaukee, and now New Orleans is in the red zone. Lafouche's first run of the night. It goes for 18 yards with under 4 to play in the first half. Audio to Tennessee as Ryan Davis goes deep, and that pass is knocked away. We'll go back and forth here. New Orleans in the red zone. First down and 10 at the 20. Hand off to Chapatulis, not much there. Now to Tennessee. Ryan Davis's pass is caught. Max Capone breaking a tackle and getting the first down. Max Capone, have yourself a day. Back to New Orleans. Lafouche. Oh, that should have been picked off and taken the other way. Wow, Milwaukee with a missed opportunity. That was close. Third down, 9 yards to go. As Lafouche's pass is caught to the sideline of the 6-yard line. First and goal Claws. And again, a montage right now of Doug Falk getting sacked. That's never good. Minnesota trails by just 7, and they have put at least one solid drive together. That pass caught over the middle by Allegheny.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
First and goal at the 6, 3rd and 1 at the 8 for Tennessee. New Orleans, Chapatulis is going to get close but not in at the 1. Handoff on 3rd and 1. That is a first down. That's Sherman with his 3rd carry. But Tennessee pushes ahead. They've got a first and goal. Second and goal at the 1 for New Orleans, but we've hit the 2-minute warning. Third down and 4 for Minnesota as Doug Falk's pass is caught, but it is short of the first down. So 4th and 1 at the Houston 48. Decision time there. Second and goal at the 1 for New Orleans. They're going to play fake. Whisker Lafouche going to take off and run and scores. Now Sherman for Tennessee in the end zone. Touchdown. Ramblers go up 20-14, and New Orleans is an extra point away from tying that football game. Wiska Lafouche, 4th rushing touchdown this season. Only Krishan Scott has a rushing touchdown. Ray Chapatulis, despite 43 carries, still without one. And on the 20th offensive play of the half for New Orleans, they're going to tie this game at 14. Ronnie Shanahan coming back out there for Houston, 7 of 8 for 107. A touchdown and no picks. He has been unfazed. Oh gosh, I didn't even realize that. That was last night's doing. Just a little behind the scenes action. Instagram changed their dimensions and how they appear on the screen, so we had to adjust our template, and I didn't adjust the week. Oh boy. All right, let's see. We've got 2 teams that just scored touchdowns. So let's go to Houston now, where it's 3rd down and 10 for the Herd at their own 20-yard line. You see the passing comparison there. Both teams pretty even. Milwaukee's going to get the football back with 1:55 to go. The UFL's also made a number of tweaks to its situational AI coding from the past week or so. 4 different tweaks, in fact. So we'll see if any of those adjustments come into play here as we get down at the end of the first half. Ronnie Shanahan, an absolute floater. That one got away from him. Showing a montage right now of Rob Noel, who has been sensational for Denver in this first half. But it's been Tennessee that has woken up. The Ramblers so far this season scoring 28, 17, and 28 points, and they have 21 here in the first half with their new look offense as Nate Hall zips one down the field to the 43-yard line. That's his deepest throw of the day, I would say. That picks up a first down. When Doug Falk's had time to throw, he's been good. 9 of 12 for 112 yards, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions. We'll see if Minnesota can keep him clean on this possession. Falk and Wiseman throwing simultaneously. Wiseman's pass is incomplete, but the Falk-to-Falk connection down the field is good again. Tyler's 3rd catch of the night. First down for Minnesota at the 36-yard line. Rob Noel with a couple of excellent moves, gets 9 more yards. He's up to 117 rushing yards tonight. UFL record for rushing yards in a game is 184, set by 2 different players. Noel is certainly on pace to beat that at the moment. He's got 121 yards now. Doug Falk fires on a check down. That is complete for a gain of about 5. And let's go now to Tennessee, where Denver has crossed the 50, trying to respond here, although there's a penalty marker and someone moved up front. Dalton Brown on the carry for Minnesota, trying to establish that run game a little more tonight. 6 carries, 22 yards. Play fake from Nate Hall. He's got to get rid of it, and sacked. Off the edge, Belton with a sack for Tennessee. That's a loss of 8, and so combine that with the false start. Now it's 2nd down and 23 for Hall and the Avengers. Down to 48 seconds to go. New Orleans has the football. They're in the no huddle right now at 14-14. Minnesota on 4th and 1 is going to take the points. A 44-yard field goal. That is up and good. And Wiska Lafouche just took a sack in the backfield for a loss of 8. And it looks like New Orleans is just going to take this to the half. Now facing a 2nd down and long in a tied football game. 2nd down and 23 for Nate Hall. Can he get out of the jam? Dumps it off quick to Leone. And that'll get 8 of it back. 3rd and 15 coming up. 1:55 to go in Houston in the first half. 1:46 in Tennessee. As Denver tries to up the tempo. Nate Hall has all kinds of time, but is forced to take the check down and actually, well, no, it was actually caught, but for a loss of 3. Nothing open down the field. At least Hall didn't take a sack, but still nothing going on there. Denver's going to have to punt the football with 1:35 to go. Big stop from Tennessee in a game that's been full of offense. That punt is angled out of bounds, and it goes out at the 6-yard line. Whisker Lafouche on the last play of the half drops that one. Oh, almost caught by New Orleans down the field, but New Orleans and Milwaukee will be our first game going to the half, and they're all tied at 14. Now with 1:50 to go, that is Ronnie Shanahan completing his 9th ball of the night. That's Simeon with his 3rd catch for 57 yards. Ryan Davis standing inside his end zone, and that pass is hauled in at the 27-yard line. 1:20 left. Tennessee can now push the football as they have gotten out of the give-up zone. Ryan Davis having a sturdy first half for the Ramblers. Ronnie Shanahan for Houston, trying to add more points up onto the board. That pass is complete. 10 of 12 for 133, 105 and counting in the no huddle. 31st offensive play of the first half for Tennessee. Ryan Davis drops to throw, fires to the sideline, but it's dropped to Houston on a draw, and that doesn't fool Minnesota at all. Millsap with the carry, but nothing doing. Down to 43 seconds left. Houston will likely call a timeout on their next play in the field of play. 36 seconds to go, 2nd down and 10. Shanahan's pass is incomplete. Tennessee calls a timeout as that check down is unable to get them out of bounds. Oh, actually Denver called the timeout since it's 3rd down and 11, 3rd and long for Tennessee. Denver trying to get the ball back, rely on their defense to get a stop here. Shanahan over the middle, that is incomplete. So the Houston 2-minute offense sputters out, and they'll have to punt. Rocket Davis takes it all the way to the 42-yard line for a 1st down. What a play by Tennessee. 3rd down and 11, trying to establish a run game today, and what do? You hand it off to Rocket. 12 carries, 62 yards. He gets the 1st down on 3rd and long. And now Tennessee has all 3 timeouts to play with. Minnesota shanks a punt out of bounds at the 22-yard line. 24 seconds left. Houston shanked that punt. Tennessee, 3 timeouts, 35 seconds to go at their own 43. Ryan Davis going to take off and run past midfield. Ryan Davis, 1st down to the 37-yard line. Timeout, Tennessee. They might get more points up on the board at the end of the half. Whisker Lafouche slipped through the tiniest of cracks in the offensive line. He's got 59 yards on 4 carries. New Orleans is putting together a drive to start the 3rd quarter. Minnesota in the give-up zone, so they're just running out the first half clock. Tennessee, 22 seconds left. Ryan Davis down the field, pass caught, broken tackle, and Max Capote almost scored again. That would have been his 3rd touchdown of the half. He's tackled by the ankles, but Tennessee is now down to the Denver 12. They have 1 timeout remaining, and I think if anything is in the field of play, it's going to end up in a field goal because they only have 1 timeout, and they'll save that for the final 5 seconds. But Tennessee has an opportunity to put the hurt on Denver here, get a touchdown before the half. Ryan Davis takes the check down. It's out of bounds, and it may have been ruled incomplete. So 14 seconds left. New Orleans is back in the red zone here at the Milwaukee 18, and now there's a booth review in Tennessee. Nice helmet flip from Blades there to start the second half in Houston. Well, this is a pretty inconsequential review here in Tennessee. Whisker Lafouche has New Orleans inside the 20-yard line, and Lafouche's pass inside the 5 is caught. Cameron Bailey Touchdown, New Orleans. Tennessee, 12 seconds left. Ryan Davis going to take off and run. And Davis slides at the 6. Tennessee will take the timeout and take the points. So a successful 2-minute drive for Tennessee, getting some points up before the half. But Denver is going to rue the day. They did not stop Rocket Davis on a 3rd and 11. They had a chance to get off the field and could not. Ronnie Shanahan zipping it for a 21-yard pickup, first down. Houston to the 46-yard line. That is unclaimed tight end Dre McCorkle once more. Field goal is good, 24-14. Tennessee now leads Denver by 10. 21-14 New Orleans, 24-14 Tennessee, and 14-10 Houston. Every game that Houston has played has been decided by 3 points or 2 points or less. DJ Simeon on the carry. He's up to 52 yards. Simeon getting the ground game going for Houston. Wiseman has also taken a beating back there for Milwaukee today, as we see that montage. And we've hit the half in Tennessee.
Here we go, set, 10-2 start. We go. 5.
All right, I think it's as good a time as any for our second trivia question of the night. This is for a +5 boost. Your question is, name a matchup that happens in the UFL next week. Name a matchup that happens in the UFL next week. First person to do so will get a +5 boost. Ronnie Shanahan delivering a football to McCorkle once again. Houston is nearing the red zone. They are the only team anywhere near the red zone as Minnesota looks for a stop. Adam Wiseman can't get rid of it. Shembo with his second sack for New Orleans. That's the 4th sack for the Claws tonight. Unclaimed defensive tackle, Shane Shembo.
Set, 15 line. 15 line.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Kane Vasquez wins the boost. The first correct answer, New York versus Miami. Kane, you've won the +5 boost. Only one night of UFL production next week, as 8 teams are actually on an official bye here in week number 4. Salt Lake at Vegas, Cleveland at Fresno, New York at Miami, and Portland at Phoenix on Thursday. Ronnie Shanahan to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. And that is the second for Lucas Ryan tonight. So in all 3 games, we've had at least one receiver with 2 touchdowns. Oh, great pylon cam, and look at that. Ryan knocked it over, and we have to reset things. Ryan Davis back to throw for Tennessee. Denver trying to prevent the Ramblers from getting a 2-for-1 here. I'm pretty sure Ryan got this touchdown for Houston. All right, let's give you some audio here. Closest to scoring position is the Claws. New Orleans and Milwaukee, both 1 and 2 coming in. Whisker Lafouche fires to the bottom of the screen. New Orleans has struggled in the point department. They lost to Miami 38-7. They beat Minnesota 22-10, and then lost last week to Rochester 27-10. So they're 1 point away from tying their season high. As Lafourche has been steady, and how about that? The Denver Avengers do get a stop on the first possession of the second half. So Nate Hall and the offense goes back to work. Rob Noel, but there's a penalty, and New Orleans has to punt.
Offense.
We'll go to Tennessee. That New Orleans punt pins Milwaukee down to their 10-yard line. Denver's on their own 14, so nobody's anywhere near scoring position. Handoff to Noel. There's a knee. And let's pause for league rights.
YOUFL is intended for the private use of our audience. Any accounts or descriptions of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Back to work here as Rob Noel is up to 131 yards on 12 carries. Got a couple with that. I am UFL co-founder Cameron Irvine here from our VFN studios here tonight, watching all the action take place. We have one possession game at the moment, but Nate Hall and Denver continue their drive at the 35-yard line. Hall is 8 of 11 for 93 yards. And that's Garday with another catch for the Avengers. Sitting down in the zone over the middle. Minnesota has a first down to the 42-yard line. Milwaukee on a 3rd down and 11 is still deep in their own territory. Minnesota has crossed the 50. Wiseman on a 3rd and 11. What a rocket launcher down the field. Mike Churchill dropped it. Churchill, who's been quiet in this game tonight, had 3 touchdowns in his debut. This was in Churchill's hand. You can't fault Wiseman here. One-on-one moon ball. Churchill just dropped it. You've got to come down with that. Wow, and Milwaukee's going to have to punt in their own territory. Let's go to Houston, where Minnesota's Doug Falk throws an incompletion. It's 3rd down and 4. Handoff to Rob Noel for Denver, and the Avengers have another first down. 14 for 138 for Rob Noel tonight. And we've had 3 different players with 2 touchdowns. Doug Falk sacked. Unclaimed defensive tackle Lou Marks. The hits just keep on coming for Doug Falk. Unbelievably frustrating as Minnesota tries to solve their pass blocking woes. And look, Falk was just about to unleash there, just ran out of time. 150 rushing yards now for Denver. 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Avengers. New Orleans has crossed the 50. Minnesota's drive stalls out just past the 50. Nate Hall's pass, a little underthrown, and that one's knocked away. Hall 8 of 12 for 93 yards today. We certainly hope not, Tyler. I think he's up to 24 for the season right now. Play fake, and Nate Hall immediately got rid of it. That pass is caught to the 24-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Another strong catch down the field. Nate Hall does a great job of getting rid of that quickly. DJ Simeon's got a lot of space to run on the near side. He's up to 78 yards on 14 carries. Houston up to 274 here midway through the 3rd. New Orleans is at the Milwaukee 25 as this drive continues to roll. Chapatulis, now Nate Hall into the red zone for Denver. Nate Hall now 10 of 14 for 129 yards, and that's Durham's 4th catch for 62 yards. He has been solid tonight. All right, let's go to the red zone. Nate Hall unblocked off the outside. Maxwell. Unclaimed left outside linebacker Aldrin Maxwell with the sack, and Nate Hall had no chance. First and 10 for New Orleans at the Milwaukee 12. Lafourche's pass to the sideline, a little off kilter. 16 of 20 for 161 yards. Denver's now out of the red zone because of the sack. Hand off to Chapatulas, still looking for her first touchdown this season. 3rd down and 11. Nate Hall's pass is incomplete. He had a receiver. Oh, and then a little jawing at the end of the play. That was tight end Garday, and if he would have been able to catch that and turn the corner, he's gone. That ball just got a fingertip on it from the defender, and Whisker Lafourche is in again. His 5th rushing touchdown this season as Denver tacks on a field goal. They now trail by just 7. But Whisker Lafourche now has 5 rushing touchdowns. And New Orleans has now officially scored more points today than they have in any game this season. Whisker Lafourche ties Junior McCray atop the league lead with 5 rushing touchdowns. Extra point is good, and New Orleans has built a 28-14 lead. Doug Falk is sacked again. That's Johnson, and that is sack number 5 for Houston. 3rd and 21 back at the 2. Actually, let's go to Houston now as the Houston Herd pride themselves on defense. They are having a field day tonight. They have taken over this game in the second half. Denver looking for a stop. Big time play in the backfield by Azalea Lattimore. And Minnesota just trying to give their punter a little bit more room at this point. They'll have to punt it away again. They have been ice cold in the 3rd quarter offensively. Things in Minnesota frustrating right now, but hey, in Tennessee and Denver, things are looking up. In New Orleans, things have looked up tonight. And Houston, I don't want to jinx them, but Houston might be on their way to their most comfortable victory or at least game of the season, because they've been playing in a bunch of nail biters all season long. Still a lot of game left as McLongfellow takes the carries, up to 44 yards on 10 carries for the Stags. Ronnie Shanahan hit as he threw. He got absolutely crushed. And Tennessee has to punt again, so Denver's defense forces a 3 and out. The Avengers defense stepping up big here. Oh man, that was almost a brilliant punt return. Wiseman's pass is incomplete into a crowd, and Milwaukee's going to have to punt again. Milwaukee and Minnesota's offenses right now are ice cold. And with 3:58 to go in the 3rd quarter, Denver's got the football, down just 7. Both of those teams top 10 in the preseason power rankings, a combined 1-5 to start the season. Both really wanting a win here as Noel gets the carry for only a yard. He's got 140 yards on the night, 44 off the UFL record. 3rd down and 14 for Houston as Minnesota's defense tries to help their offense out. Ronnie Shanahan's in trouble, and their defense will do just that. So Minnesota gets their first sack of the night. That's Boyd. And Houston will have to punt it away. An important 3rd down and 6 here now for Denver. Screen, Nate Hall, crushed, drops it off to Noel, and he didn't get there. Denver comes up a little short as Tennessee was flying to the football. Pushed Noel a little bit closer to the boundaries than he would have liked. So unless, I think it's too early, Denver's probably going to have to punt this away. And Cain Vasquez talks about, their number one goal, considering that they are on pace to give up a record number of sacks. Don't be surprised if Minnesota goes for a trade here as Denver punches that ball down at the 5-yard line. We're going to be looking at serious personnel changes and decisions after week 4 for some of these teams that have serious glaring issues. You try to fix with progression, you try to fix with game plan, and sometimes you just need some new life. And Minnesota may be in the market to trade for a lineman. Ryan Davis with a 20-yard keeper as a 1st down for Tennessee. Hasn't run much tonight, but pretty effective on this run here. 271 to 173 in total yards. Minnesota trying to get that ground game going to help out Doug Falk in this passing offense that abused the Portland Huskies in week 1, but have been really quiet since. Rocket Davis, 15 carries, 71 yards. Been a little quieter here in the 3rd quarter. Doug Falk's pass is complete. So Minnesota is nearing scoring position here, down 21 to 10. Hand off to Rocket Davis. Will set up a 3rd down and 1 for Tennessee. Denver's defense looking to get off the field. Doug Falk, deep ball, and it just sailed on him. His 7th incompletion of the night. And once again, New Orleans has pinned Milwaukee down inside the 10. That's the 3rd time Milwaukee will start a drive at the 10-yard line or worse in this game. So New Orleans has been able to play the field position game successfully tonight. As Falk's pass is complete, that's to the fullback, Aaron Brooks. His first catch for 6 yards. Adam Wiseman has really struggled when backed up in his own end. That's Mike Churchill, who's been much quieter tonight, and he got dragged down by the face mask, so that's going to help. Screen pass, Minnesota has the 1st down on 3rd down and 4. And Tennessee successfully able to pin Denver at the 2-yard line. Remember, it's where the kicking team makes first contact with the football, and there it is right there. So Denver down 7 will have to start with the football from their own 2-yard line. Minnesota nearing the red zone. Falk's pass is picked off! First interception of the night for Houston. Gingon, Bredman, Mike Denali, and the rest of this Herd defense have been outstanding in the 2nd half. Denver trying to get something quick to the outside, and Tennessee's all over that. Now it's 3rd down and 10 for the Avengers. They might just run it to give their punter some more space here. They're in dangerous territory in a 7-point game. A lot of offense in the first half from Tennessee and Denver, but things have tightened up in the 2nd half. Look at Lucas Ryan for Houston, breaking a tackle all the way to the 34. Unclaimed wide receiver 3, Lucas Ryan. This Houston team, you never know on any given night who's going to step up. Tonight it's Ryan, breaking a tackle and getting loose. Rob Noel takes a carry, but he's dropped. That is Mike Rodick on the tackle for Tennessee. And Denver almost ended up with a safety despite running anyway. Just a completely missed block up front. The Avengers will have to punt again. And Tennessee, who has struggled defensively at times this season, have been really strong here in the second half. That is an excellent kick. You can't ask any more out of your punter there if you're Denver. All right, so let's figure out where everybody's at here. Houston's on the Minnesota 32-yard line. Milwaukee's on the New Orleans 33-yard line. Milwaukee's trailing, so that's our pressure point right now. They're the only team in the fourth quarter trailing with the football right now. Adam Wiseman goes down the field. That pass is caught, and Milwaukee's in the red zone. A sleepy third quarter from the Milwaukee Stags offense, but that one is caught by Parrish. Don't forget, coming up here on UFL Primetime to end the UFL week, it is as Rocket Davis has a first down for Tennessee. Shot out of a cannon, 89 yards on 18 carries tonight. Getting him going in the ground game has been a godsend for Tennessee. Coming up 2-1 Albuquerque versus 2-1 Dakota. Colin Northrup and Tyler Falk have that call. It comes your way at the bottom of the hour as McLongfellow gets his 11th carry. Milwaukee's trying to keep things interesting in New Orleans. Denver's defense backed up here. Ryan Davis, blitz picked up. That pass is caught at the 22-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle. But that is Holiday with the reception, 361 yards for Tennessee. They have a first down in scoring position now. Was that a tackle eligible from Houston? That's a big man out there. That was the left tackle, Luke Walker. What in the world was Houston trying to accomplish on whatever the heck that was? Handoff for Milwaukee. That's Nance's first carry. And that gives the Stags a first down and goal, 6:15 to go. So a lot of time left in that one. Empty 4 wide here for Milwaukee, under 6 to play. Adam Wiseman looking for someone to get open and just throws it out of the back of the end zone. You know, Minnesota's still down just 11. Doug Falk's pass is caught. It's third down. Tennessee is in the red zone. Milwaukee is in the red zone. As Davis is dropped, it's third down and 4 there. Second down and goal. They hand it off on a jet sweep. Touchdown, Milwaukee. Fergus Henderson. Scorch, they call him. 3 touchdowns tonight for Milwaukee. 1 on the ground, 2 through the air. As Ryan Davis converts the 3rd and 4. No, they said he was short. 4th and 1, Tennessee. Tyler Falk with the conversion for Minnesota. Now let's see what is Tennessee going to do here. That was Max Capone with another brilliant catch. Fergus Henderson, 3 touchdowns for Milwaukee this week. Mike Churchill, 3 touchdowns for Milwaukee last week. It's a 7-point game in New Orleans. And Tennessee is now challenging whether or not they got the first down. That's a tough angle here. Doug Falk is going to fire to the sideline, but that pass is incomplete. Receiver was out of bounds. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, they gave Tennessee the first down. So Tennessee, first and goal after a successful challenge. Ryan Davis out the back door, and nobody's home! Touchdown, Tennessee! Ryan Davis fools everyone with almost a reverse boot. Turn around and go. There was nobody there. Doug Falk, deep shot to Tyler Falk. That's incomplete. 4th and 1 for Minnesota, down 11 at their own 48. I think it should be go time there. Let's see what happens. That pass is swatted away from unclaimed corner Jerry Morton. New Orleans trying to put Milwaukee away. The extra point for Tennessee is good. They're up 14. Minnesota is going for it. 4th down and 1. The handoff to Don Brown, and Houston stopped him. Another miss. Lou Marks, the defensive tackle. Did anybody block him? There's just nobody there for Minnesota. They missed him. Oh no, they tried to get him. That is a weak attempt at a block. Minnesota can't even pick up a 4th and 1. And Ronnie Shanahan and the Houston Herd offense come back out onto the field. Meanwhile, Milwaukee forces a 3-and-out, blow that screenplay up. And Milwaukee's going to get the ball back here, down just 7 with 5:07 to go. Will New Orleans pin them deep inside their own territory again? No, not this time. Actually, a pretty good return from Milwaukee out of the 26-yard line. 5 minutes to go. As DJ Simeon trucks a man. Oh, that was a beastly run by the young kid. DJ Simeon, 105 yards tonight. Look at this powerful run. Boom! Deshaun Johnson of Minnesota lit up. Even had me seeing stars. Adam Weissman sacked again. Loss of 12. And Milwaukee might be also in the market for a top-tier offensive lineman. 2nd and 22 for Weissman. Dumps it off short. That got a little bit of it back. Houston's now in the red zone. Denver's got Rob Noel a first down, 153 yards for Noel. He's 32 off the UFL record. But Denver's going to be doing a lot of passing here down the stretch. 3rd down and 18 for Milwaukee. Adam Weissman again on a check down. What's he doing? Touchdown, Houston. And that's another guy with a catch. That's Armstrong with the reception. I believe he's their 4th wide receiver. Milwaukee's going to punt the football with 4:25 left, try to play field position. Nate Hall is sacked for Denver. Lynch brings him down. 3rd sack of the day for the Ramblers. No huddle here for Denver. 5:43 to go. Nate Hall looking, finding. Oh, Leon lost the ball. Fumble. Picked up by Tennessee. Well, you never see Rene Leon make plays like that. Their best receiver, and he just gets it ripped out of his hands. That's a brilliant play. Dexter Jackson with the forced fumble. The Tennessee Ramblers in front of their hometown faithful, 0-3 to start the season. Could have become the first team to start the UFL season 0-4, but it's looking like that's the first turnover of the game for Denver and Tennessee. It is looking like the Tennessee Ramblers are going to finish this off as, Rocket Davis fumbled and it's picked up by Tennessee. That was Frank Castle, who I believe forced the fumble for Denver. They could have gotten the football right back, but Tennessee recovers. Just that kind of day. Yeah, Frank Castle popped the football out, and none of his teammates could recover. Look how he turned around. He turned around, chased down Rocket Davis, and punched the ball out. But Tennessee retains possession, and they actually gained yards on the play. Oh, that's just unlucky. .235 to go in New Orleans. Milwaukee is now calling timeouts to try to get the football back and preserve as much time as possible. Handoff to Rocket Davis. He is thrown down. 107 yards on 21 carries. Well, at least I know Tennessee's going to be happy. They wanted to establish a run game today, and that they have. Play fake Ryan Davis. There's a flag, so it's likely coming back. Davis to the 13-yard line. Minnesota's in the no huddle. Okay, 3rd down and 4. This is your pressure point here. Milwaukee trying to get off the field. On this side of the 2-minute warning, Whisker-LaFouche dropping to throw. Pass is caught inbounds. Milwaukee gets the stop. Ryan Davis takes off, puts, oh my goodness, puts his shoulder down, and Ryan Davis almost got the first down for Tennessee. This has been just a clutch 4th quarter by the Ramblers. Look at Ryan Davis just pushing forward. 4th and 1. What is Tennessee going to do? New Orleans with the punt. Milwaukee deep in their own territory again. Tennessee's going to take the field goal to go up 3 scores. That's probably smart. The kick is good, and the Ramblers have just owned the 4th quarter here against Denver. This game was a nail-biter all the way through. 2:16 left and no timeouts for Milwaukee. They're down 7. It's a difficult situation, but not an impossible one. Wiseman down the field. That is caught to the 36-yard line. And it'll be a first down for Milwaukee on the other side of the 2-minute warning. We have had a lot of action here, so I've got to catch up on the chat. Mello FF2, who's y'all's favorite UFL team? Mine is Wichita. That's awesome, Mello. You got to like how things have started for the Flyers there, as McLongfellow's got a first down for Milwaukee to the New Orleans 48-yard line. They're right in this thing. Minnesota is in the red zone here on a 3rd down and 1. Doug Falk is obliterated, and Houston gets the interception. First down and 10 for Wiseman and the Stags. That pass is caught to the New Orleans 47-yard line. 2nd and 5. Nate Hall going to try to get the no-huddle game going here for Denver. My goodness. Excellent performances by Houston and Tennessee's defenses in the second half, as Leon puts his head down for a pickup of 7. 2nd and 5 for Milwaukee inside the New Orleans 50. Wiseman goes down. Brandon with the sack. And New Orleans has 6 sacks today against Milwaukee.
Hey, let's go. Get set.
57's Mike 57.
Wiseman 3rd and 13, no huddle, airing it out deep, has a man, incomplete. Now it's 4th down. Nate Hall overthrows a receiver down the field. 4th and 13 for Milwaukee, you got to go. 4th and 2 for Denver, they've got to go. Hall's pass caught by Leon, so that will bring up a first down. That was Churchill down the field. The pass was just a little bit overthrown. Churchill had to play defense. Man, talk about a quiet day. Mike Churchill, 3 touchdowns in his debut last week, and New Orleans has managed to shut him down. Nate Hall just dumps it off. 4th and 13 for Milwaukee. Wiseman tried to uncork it and is brought down again. The New Orleans Claws are going to hold on and win this one. What a performance by New Orleans. 2-2 now. As Denver's in near scoring, or near the red zone, I should say. New Orleans' next game is Monday, April 7th at New York. That is going to be a very interesting ball game as they are taking knees right now. For Milwaukee, the Stags' next game as they try to lick their wounds from this 1-3 start at Motor City. They better get right quick. That's also Monday, April 7th. All right, the only game that's doing much right now is Denver here. They are now in the red zone, trying to get some points down the stretch. That pass is hauled in down to the 9-yard line. Milwaukee falls to 1-3. New Orleans improves to 2-2. Doug Falk back out there for Minnesota to try to get something moving. No huddle, under a minute to go for Denver. 1st and goal. Hall back of the end zone and just misfired. That pass from Doug Falk to son Tyler is caught at the 50. 308 yards for the Chippers, but doesn't mean much. Down 18. 2nd down and goal for Denver. Nate Hall sacked. Boy, they've done a pretty nice job protecting him. That's Dexter Jackson again. Dexter Jackson, a forced fumble and now a sack here in the second half. Denver's not had too bad of a problem protecting Nate Hall, but man comes in scot-free there. Hall floats it to the end zone. That pass is incomplete. Now it's 4th and goal for Denver. Minnesota not using any timeouts because the game is out of reach. It's a 3-score game as that pass is incomplete. Minnesota just playing out the stretch here. 4th and goal for Denver. Can they get something here with 30 seconds left? Nate Hall, end zone, incomplete. And that puts a stamp on Tennessee's excellent second half of defense. This game was 24-14 at the break. They hold Denver to just 3 points in the second half. The Avengers' next game at Los Angeles, Tuesday, April 1st. Let's call that a pair of locker rooms that are probably the most frustrated, I would say, through the first 4 weeks of the season. Denver at LA, so somebody's going to get a win in that one, but someone's also going to take a loss. Tennessee's next game, they have at St. Louis. It should be a doozy on Monday, April the 7th. Houston has beaten Minnesota. Houston's next game is at Rochester, Monday, April 7th. Man, that's going to be a really great game. Houston is 2-2, but they're a very strong 2-2. Rochester undefeated at 4-0. Minnesota's next game is hosting the Dakota Rhinos, who play in primetime tonight. Dakota is currently 2-1, trying to get to 3-1. All the games are wrapped. Cue the music. Thanks, everybody, for being a part of Game Night tonight. Your final scores: Tennessee 34, Denver 17, Houston 28, Minnesota 10, and New Orleans 28, Milwaukee 21. We say goodnight to you, but we also say hello to our UFL primetime crew. That is Colin Northrup and Tyler Falk, who have the call of tonight's game in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The Albuquerque Atomics and the Dakota Rhinos, please join us for more great UFL action. From all of us at the UFL, I'm co-founder Cameron Irvine. We'll see you for prime time in a matter of moments. Thanks for watching Game Night. Good night.